Hello everyone, today we have new video review, and as you can see, this time we are going to talk about this tiny kit from Planet Models. It comes in 1/72 scale and copies Zetor 25 agricultural version, and it's not difficult to guess that this kit is based on the previous Zetor in the same scale. It was a resin kit, this one is also a resin kit, and it will be interesting to see what is actually supplied inside this tiny box and why this kit might be an interesting addition to your 1/72 scale project, or maybe an interesting solo project, because I mean this kit is really good detailed and you will see it in this video. So first of all, as I said, packaging is quite tiny. Here you can take a closer look. So we have a QR code for the kit info page. We also have small pictures of unpainted kit, and on the side here we have also kit number, barcode, and on the opposite side pretty much the same. So let's open it. It's quite easy to open. Here is what we have inside. So all parts, and they're quite tender, they're protected with these foam beads, and this is really cool because it will ensure that your kit arrives to you intact without any additional problems, let's say. And all parts are packed into this Ziploc bag, so I'm going to open them right now, and we will take a closer look together in order to see what is actually supplied and what will be copied with these parts. So I suggest we start with the, let's say, main wheels, big ones on the rear axle. So here they are. Let's zoom in. And yes, in 1/72 scale, here you can see comparison with my finger, it is still quite, I would say, large part, and here you can take a closer look, but I really like the casting quality here. It looks impressive, and after some careful painting and weathering you will get a really nice result. The only thing which surprises me is that we don't have any details or features on the tire balls. I wonder why. Maybe some, let's say, problems with copyrights, maybe something else, who knows. Next we continue with thin parts for the chassis. So as you can see, there will be plenty of them. There is also separate resin base for all the tiny elements which will be placed on the tractor, and maybe I will place all such small parts here. So we continue with this frame here, or well, it's not frame, it's resin base, but still, I hope you get it. Next we also have separate pipings, and these ones I would rather show in a hand because they're quite tiny. Here you can see them. Some others might want to replicate them with metal wire. It will be up to them, but I mean these resin parts look also fine. And one more thing is here, so you can see them all together, and as far as you can see we are zoomed in as much as we can, so it won't be possible to show them closer. But next here we have another set of resin parts. I guess these ones will be used for main wheels, so they will be placed on one of the sides. Next we continue with more parts for the tractor itself. So it's a front grille and also exhaust tube as far as you can see. Maybe the front grille deserves to be shown closer because we have quite nice casting quality. And of course do not forget about washes in order to bring out all the surface details, because otherwise it will be just lost under the paint layer. Next we continue with the front wheels. These ones are obviously smaller than the previous ones we saw, so here you can see they are placed on the same resin base. They're one piece, so they should be relatively easy to handle, but still you will have to think about painting masks, because otherwise it will be tricky to get them into the right, let's say, paint color. Next we continue with the driver's seat. This one is molded as a single piece part with a quite tender support, so be careful while separating it, but I like how it is shaped. I mean, it is a standard casting out of the box, so it looks quite impressive. And of course this is a good opportunity to train your weathering skills, because usually this part is quite, I would say, scratched, if you know what I mean. Next we continue with the top bonnet part. It is molded together with various caps, as you can see here, and of course inside we have some installation slots, so it will be easier to align these parts with other elements. There are also separate wheel fenders for the main wheels, So here they are. As you can see, they feature also some internal details, which is really important even on such tiny model. And overall, I like the casting quality here. It's just a matter of bringing out these details with some washes and weathering. And next we continue with the drivetrain, which is casted in a quite interesting way because we have it casted together with the main floor here. You can see the driver's seat will be placed right here. We also have the rear axle, and of course we have some various minor elements which are pre-casted, let's say, and then you have to cover them with the separate bonnet you saw a few seconds ago. It is here. Okay. Next we continue with assembly manual. But that's not all, because we have also PE parts, by the way. So not the assembly manual, but I'm going to open the tiny plastic bag and I will show you what is included there. Just give me a second. It's a bit tricky to take out all the components. So first of all is the small decals sheet. Maybe I will place it like this. And now you can see that we have here various writings and license plates which can be placed on this tractor. And next, as I said, we have a tiny unpainted PE thread which will be handy for fine details on the tractor, and that's something you won't be able to avoid because some parts are replicated with this PE only, so you have to install it because otherwise tractor won't look like a real prototype. Okay, so we can remove the resin parts, swipe the dust away, maybe zoom out a bit. And next is the assembly manual. So this one is printed in a typical CMK or Planet Models format. You can see it's a color printed brochure. We have parts map on the first page. There is no history note, so you will have to read by yourself if you would like to learn more, but I guess that's also a good opportunity to find some reference photos. Next we continue with assembly process. So here we have quite an interesting sequence. Note that you have to use your own metal wire in some cases, and in my opinion this is really important because it will help you replicate some features which are visible on the model, and it will look really, I would say, nicely detailed in such tiny build. So definitely go for it. And as you can see, it's a typical 0.3 wire, so it should be easy to work with it. And the only thing which is a bit complicated for me, because they do not specify exact length of the wire, so you have to do everything with your own, let's say, trial and error. Be ready for that. But all in all, we have to perform 7 complex steps. Why complex? Because you have to do several procedures at once on each step. Here we have first marking option in a blue color with the red wheels. Quite an interesting one, but I would rather prefer this red tractor with the yellow internals. It will look quite bright, and of course in a small scale it will be quite interesting thing to see. And by the way, here you can see Zetor 15 and the Bundeswehr truck. We reviewed them as well. You can find it on our YouTube channel. So as for this kit, it should be already available. You can get it on official Special Hobby or CMK website. Price, in my opinion, is quite reasonable for such detailed kit. And of course, add some figures and you'll get even more impressive project. And I will be happy to hear your opinion about such a list. Do not forget to write it here in the comment section below. If you like this video, press the like button, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and I will see you in the next video review as usual. Thank you for joining me today, and bye!